a $1.73 million HDB. This is public housing or Singapore's new luxury asset. There's a 5-room HDB that just sold for 1.73 million. It's not a condo, not landed, it's just HDB. So this is where we start asking, so is this proof that HDB is the best wealth building machine? Or is it proof that public housing is just becoming unaffordable?
Yeah, that's the tension, right? On one hand, we've always seen HDB as a springboard for upward mobility. Families die, upgrade, and build equity. But when a flat like this pushes nearly condo prices, you have to ask, is it still accessible for the average Singaporean? Or is this becoming a new barrier? So that's really the big question we need to unpack.
Yeah, I know. Because HDB is actually set up to be the great Singapore equalizer. If you own, it's something like if you own a piece of Singapore, then you feel connected and invested towards Singapore's future. But right now, looking at such a sky high and record-setting transaction, then what does it mean to the ordinary Singaporean?
Yeah, exactly. If HDB was supposed to be that bedrock of inclusivity, these record prices kind of throw a wrench into that. For the everyday Singaporean who once thought HDB was a stable foundation, now it feels like a distant dream. And that's what we need to grapple with. What happens when the equalizer starts leaving people behind?
And that's where the tension is, right? It's like it's so much more than the I don't know, the average HDB transaction. The question is to I don't know, to everyone or anyone who is aspiring to maybe stay near their parents in Redhill or Tiong Bahru, then immediately that's the question: can I afford a 1 million plus, almost close to $2 million HDB? Can I afford to still stay in the neighborhood of Redhill and Tiong Bahru?
Exactly. And that's where the stress really hits home. Suddenly, staying close to family or even just holding on to that sense of community becomes a huge financial stretch. So I think that's the real question. If public housing is pricing out regular folks, what does that mean for the future of homeownership and social mobility in Singapore?
So how do you have any suggestions to even this out? What do you think to help change, or rather to calm this tension in the HDB market?
Yeah, I think one approach would be for the government to expand on the supply of more affordable flats, especially in prime locations, maybe through a bigger balance between public and executive condos. Another piece could be better financial tools like adjusted loan caps or longer repayment options, so people can still be part of these neighborhoods without being locked out.
So do you think the buyer of that 1.73 million HDB is crazy? Like, I don't know, that there's so many other alternatives, right? Like, it's I don't it could be themed as a trophy HDB to this buyer. Yeah, definitely now this guy is gonna have all the bragging rights in the whole of Singapore. Yeah. So I don't know, what do you think of this new phenomenon?
Yeah, I think it really is a new phenomenon. I mean, for decades, HDB was never seen as a luxury asset, but now with these prices, some of them are becoming status symbols. And yeah, that buyer probably does have a kind of bragging right. But it also risks turning HDB into this aspirational trophy, which, as you said, might leave a lot of others behind. So it's kind of a double-edged sword in this new era.
So can you tell me how would such a buyer or similar buyers justify such a high transaction? Do you think this is reasonable? How do you think it's reasonable given the location of Redhill and Tiong Bahru?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it will come down to the emotional value. For some buyers, it's about legacy. They grew up in the area or they want that strong community connection. Others may see it as a once in a lifetime investment. Tiangaru is a heritage neighborhood, and they believe it'll keep appreciating. So while it might seem extreme on paper, for some it's not just about the price, it's about what the place means to them.